The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Cousins on first down. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Here we go. Check 13. Check. There. Switch. I got you.
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
Here we go.
If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On second down, Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, son. 11. Sponge.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Hey, gun. 65. Big edge. 49, check 49. Check 49. Check 4. Check 4.
Garoppolo now. They're going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Here we go. 21. It's just me and you. 11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down. And you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. That's the Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins the thrower. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Orbit. Here I come again. Hey, check Mike 39.
To the air again. It's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Here we go. 180. 12. Flag. Smooth. 25
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
65.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Protein spill. Hey, gun. 65. Hey, Delta.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing is Cousins. Catch made by Slayton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, did
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
21. 58, come on. 58.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Super Bowl 44 will always link these two teams together, the Colts and the Saints. That was a game that the Saints would win. If you remember, Sean Payton dialed up that onside kick to start the second half. Tracy Porter would eventually seal the victory for the Saints with a pick six of 74 yards. And the Manning family so heavily involved. You think about Archie leading the Saints for 11 seasons, the Manning family being from the New Orleans area, and then Peyton being the quarterback of the Colts in that defeat to the Saints. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? And I think the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
13. Hey, alert. Right over there. Yeah. Hey, Echo. One, Omaha. Wide. Get wide. Watch the twist. Shoot. Do.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
11. Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Cousins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Below Nichols. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Cousins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is he's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Let's go, baby. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alert! I got you. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Charlie!
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
180, 2. Check 99, check 99. Check. Check 9. 6. 12. Switch gears.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
61, matchbox lights. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Coming.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Cousins now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Saints' 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here is Eckler. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11. Under 10. 10. I got this. 6-6. Pull it high.
It's Eckler again. And an alley to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Right here, guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. He's got Herndon, his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Mike, 56, right there, right there. 21. Here we go. Slam. Check 52. Check.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Switch. Two. Hey, gun. 1, Omaha. Hey, exit.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to Slayton. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Fielded about a yard deep. Shedding through the defense. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Hey, Sue.
Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins completes it to the tight end Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22.
First down, Indianapolis.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of them.
It's caught inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Come on, now. Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
White. Hey, wahoo! Go 50 to the mic.
Once more, here's Eckler. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56 to Mike, boys. 21. 13. I'm coming after you. Slam.
Garoppolo to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Hey, watch the slant. 11.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Austin Eckler. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.